Hello everyone and welcome to the last part, that is part 3 of Introduction to Tense. We have already completed present tense and past tense, that is we have completed a total of 8 different classes of tenses. Today let us check future tense and its forms along with the sentence structures. So as you all know, just like present tense and past tense, future tense also comprises or it falls under 4 categories. First one, simple future or future indefinite. Number 2, future continuous or future progressive. Number 3, future perfect. And number 4, future perfect continuous or future perfect progressive. So these are the 4 classes of future tense. Now let us see one by one what are the uses of these various forms of future tense and how we can utilize in sentences or situations. So the first form is future indefinite or simple future. Where is simple future used? Below given are the various uses of simple future tense. So we use simple future or future indefinite to describe an action, a situation that is supposed to happen in the future time. It can be any point of time in the future, just to inform the reader that this action is going, or a particular action is going to happen in a future time. It has not yet happened but will happen soon. We use future indefinite tense. Secondly, we use future indefinite to show the future consequences of a realistic possibility now or in the future. That means which is definitely going to happen. Okay. Any situation that is going to, there is a possibility and a realistic possibility, that means it will definitely happen in the future, or there will be a consequence of the action in the future. So in order to suggest that, we use future simple or future indefinite. Last but not the least, future indefinite is used to suggest promises, words, requests, offers, and also refusals. Okay, so in these 4 to 5 other categories also we use simple future. Now what is the sentence structure? Let us have a look at the sentence structure of the future indefinite tense. The sentence structure is subject plus shall or will plus first form of the verb plus object. Now we must remember, please take care of that I and we, whenever we have a first person singular or plural, then we have to use shall as the auxiliary or the helping verb. But in case we have third person singular, third person plural, or second person singular and plural, we have to use will. Now let us see for ourselves a few examples where we are using simple future or future indefinite. The first situation is, if you don't hurry you will miss the train. Okay, so yes, if you do not hurry, if you are not quick enough, there is a possibility of your missing the train. Okay, so this is also a conditional sentence using if. So you remember, if there is a possibility of the consequence, then we can use simple future or future indefinite. Secondly, the committee will look into the matter. Okay, committee will look into the matter. Here also we are using simple future tense. Will, since committee, it is a noun, singular noun, that is why we have used will and not shall. Yeah, and look is the base form of the verb. So will plus base form of the verb look into the matter. And the third sentence is he will definitely help you. So it is a kind of promise. He promises that he would help you. So he will definitely help you. Here also we have used simple future or future indefinite. Now let us move to the second of its kind, that is future perfect tense. There are again basically two uses of future perfect tense. First one is it is used to describe an action that will be completed before a certain point of time in the future. It has not been completed, but it will be completed in the future at a certain, or that means a fixed point of time in future. So second is it can be also used for an action that will be finished before another action takes place in the future. Okay, so this action which has not been completed, it will get completed, but we are trying to show that it will get completed before another action takes place in the future. This second action, there are two actions, one is going on and will be finished in the future, while another will start only after it. Okay, in order to express such situations we use future perfect tense. Have a look at the sentence structure. The sentence structure will be subject plus shall or will, depending on the person and the number, plus have, plus third form of the verb, that is past participle form of verb, plus object. Let us go through some of the examples that use future perfect tense. The first example, Tom will have sent the email by 5 p.m. this evening. So 5 p.m. this evening, it is in the future, and Tom, the action of Tom, it will be completed by this specific point of time in the future. So here we have used future perfect tense. The second sentence, a very similar one, the workman will have repaired the road by next week. So next week is a time expression suggesting distant future. Okay, the distant future, it has not been over, but it will be over. Okay, so the workman by the next week, they will have repaired. The action will be completed by this specific point of time in future. And last, I will have finished cleaning the dishes before mom comes home. So two actions. Okay, two actions. The first action, it will get completed in the future before the arrival or before the beginning of another action. Okay, so mom will come home, but before that I will have finished cleaning the dishes. I suppose this much is clear to you. Now let us have a look into the third form of future tense, that is future continuous. So where we use future continuous tense, there are basically three important uses of future continuous tense. The first one is it is used to describe an action in progress in the future. So any action that is going to continue for a period of time in the future, here we use future continuous tense. Secondly, we use it for parallel actions in the future. Several actions happening parallelly or together in the future, for that also you use future continuous tense. Then thirdly, we use future continuous tense to emphasize on future plans and intentions. We have certain decisions, we have certain aims and intentions and plans which we are going to continue in the future. So in these cases also we use future continuous tense. What is the sentence structure like? The sentence structure will be subject plus shall or will. Please note I have skipped the shall. Please add the shall. Shall or will plus be plus fourth form of the verb, that is verb plus ing form plus object. Okay, so this is the sentence structure. We will get a clearer idea if we go through the examples that have been provided for the same. Just have a look at the first example. The children will be having lunch in school at 12 o'clock tomorrow. So having lunch is an action that continues for a certain period of time. So in the future, that is tomorrow 12 o'clock, which is a future time, the children will be continuing an action, that is having lunch. So the sentence is, the children will be having lunch, will plus be plus ing form of have, lunch in school at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, the second sentence, you see two parallel actions happening together. Okay, Johnny will be singing and Julia will be dancing in the school fest. So a future event is to happen, and during that event two actions are going to occur parallelly. Johnny will be singing whereas Julia will be dancing. Okay, so here also we have used present continuous tense. And the last one, I want to suggest or express my intention of going to a place called Mahabaleshwar, and so I write, I will be visiting Mahabaleshwar next month. Okay, it is suggesting a future, my future intention or plan in the future. So we are done with future continuous. Let us go to the last category of future tense, that is future perfect continuous tense. Now what are the uses of future perfect continuous? Let us see. It shows that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. So that means an action that will continue up, it will start in the future, a fixed point of time in the future, and then it will continue till another event or time in the future. Then secondly, it is used to talk about, discuss about, express about something or an action that finishes just before another action or time takes place in the future. Okay, and we can identify the situations by these time expressions. One is by this year, by this month, or by this week. The next one is next year, next month, next week. Third one is for an hour, for 5 years, for 5 days, or for 12 months. Okay. Then by then. This is also another time expression which shows that we have to use future perfect continuous tense. Then since morning, since 1995, since last Wednesday. Okay. Next, by tomorrow. By tomorrow. Okay, so these are some of the time expressions which uses future perfect continuous tense. Just go through the sentence structure. It is subject plus shall or will plus have plus been plus fourth form of the verb, that is verb plus ing plus object. Okay, so this is the sentence structure for future perfect continuous tense. A few examples from the same. We have two examples, each defining the particular uses. First one, James will have been teaching at the university for more than a year by the time he leaves for Asia. So we are talking about James who will be teaching. That means it is not yet over, but this action will be continuing in the future for a long period of time till another action takes place. Okay, so here we have used future perfect continuous, will have been teaching. Okay, this is the future perfect continuous form of the verb. And second one, I will be tired when I get home because I will have been walking for over an hour. So it also suggests the second use. Okay, that is, it will be almost an hour. It will almost be an hour, over an hour by the time I will get tired. Okay, I will get tired, but it is only after walking for over an hour. Okay, so I will be tired when I get home because till then I will have been walking for over an hour. My walking is not yet over, but as soon as it is over, that is, it is more than half 1 hour. So by the time I will be tired. Yeah. So this is how we can use future perfect continuous tense. Now, just like earlier, just like in the case of present tense and past tense, we had presented you a chart. Here also we are presenting the chart showing tense, person and number, and using the verb love to construct various kind of sentences. You can see that the form and the structure of the sentence, it keeps on changing with the change in the verb forms. So I want you all to take down this table and try to understand how and when the verb form changes and the structure completely undergoes a transformation. I suppose your idea regarding future tense and its various forms have been clear to you. We will discuss more such, questions or more such examples in our next class. Thank you very much for listening carefully. Thank you.